Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to Abenasia's recipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm sharing with you whitening fish stew or hake fish stew. Let's get started. I'll introduce my ingredients as I cook. I have here my head of whitening fish. I'll begin by cutting off the fins. Whitening doesn't have too much to clean off from it. Whitening is similar to trout or hake fish. It is also a member of the cod family and very similar in flavor, but it's more economical and sustainable to buy than cod. I'm all done cleaning the fins off, so what I've done here is I've cut my whitening into 3 pieces and I'm making incision on them or strips on them. Doing so ensures that the inside of the fish cooks perfectly when it is put in the oil. I'll be cleaning my whitening with lemon. I'll first squeeze the lemon on the whitening and then I'll give it a quick rinse. The head part of the whitening always has remains and residues inside, so I like to always go in there to remove them out and then also run the water through that area. I always recommend that you wash or clean your fish very well before cooking it, and always use lemon, vinegar, or salt to clean your fish. I'll make sure to remove all those remains before seasoning my fish. And for my final wash, I have here 1 whole lemon cut in half. I'll squeeze the lemon on the fish and then I will thoroughly wash it one more time. My fish is all cleaned now, and as you can see, it looks really clean and very nice. Now it is time to season my fish. So I have here nutmeg. You can use any seasoning of choice, and then I have a teaspoon of salt, and I'll be using maggi seasoning. You can use any all-purpose seasoning of choice to marinate your fish, and I'll be frying the fish right away. I'll add oil to my pan and then I'll leave it to heat up until it is at 350 or 375 before frying my fish. My oil is hot now, so I'll sprinkle a bit of flour into my oil and then I'll begin to put my fish inside. I'll add about a teaspoon of dry rosemary into my oil to infuse the oil, and then I'll drop some onions in there. It takes the fish to a whole different level in taste. Adding flour to the oil ensures that the fish doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. It also speeds up the browning process without overcooking the fish. And I fried my fish until all sides are well fried and golden brown. Usually the first batch takes longer to fry. I fried this for about 10 to 12 minutes. Let's say 6 minutes on each side. I'll remove the onions out of the oil. I will not discard the onion. I'll be using this to make my stew. I'll blend this onion together with my other blended vegetables in making my stew. First batch of the fish is done frying. I'll remove it into a colander lined with paper towel, and then I'll repeat the frying process again by sprinkling a bit of flour into my oil, and then I'll drop my fish inside the oil. I will put some onions inside the oil. I will not be putting any more rosemary because the rosemary were dry rosemary, so they're still in the oil. The second batch always tends to fry faster than the first batch. I'll leave it to fry for about 5 to 7 minutes. And whilst my final batch is almost done frying, I'll remove the onions out and then I'll go ahead and blend my vegetables for the stew before the final batch is done frying. I have here onion, ginger, garlic, habanero pepper. I have rosemary, aniseed, basil, jalapeno pepper, and then my caramelized onion from the oil. I'll blend everything together and then set that on the side. My final batch is all done frying. I'll remove it out of the oil and then set that on the side. Guys, look at how good the fish looks. Not a single one got broken. I'll be using the same oil for my stew. I'll first remove some of the oil and then set that on the side. The oil is way too much. I'll go ahead and add in my chopped onions or sliced onion. I'll fry that for about 3 minutes. I'll add in my 6 ounces of tomato paste and then I'll fry that for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'll add in my blended vegetables and then I'll add in my crushed tomatoes. You can replace the crushed tomatoes with fresh tomatoes. That also works. I'll cover and allow this to cook on a low medium heat for about 30 minutes, and I'll be stirring periodically within the 30 minutes. My stew has been cooking for about 30 minutes. I'll add in my curry powder, my shrimp stock cube, and my nutmeg. I'll then come in with jalapeno pepper, celery, and onion. I'll give it a mix, and then I'll add in my fish. I'll then skim off some of the oil that's on top. I do not like a lot of oil in my stew. And then I'll give it a final mix. I'll cover and allow it to simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. And my stew is done. You can enjoy this with rice, you can enjoy this with yam, or any starch of choice, guys. And as you can see, none of my fish is broken. Everything is still whole and looking very delicious. I paired mine with white rice with just a side of salad and my fish stew. I hope you try this recipe and give me a feedback. If you're a new subscriber, a warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. Please kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Like and comment. Hit that notification bell so anytime I upload, you'll be notified. Thank you. God bless you. And please stay safe. Bye, guys.